Hey guys, it's me, Tina, back again. I hope you can hear me. Um, I'm going to spare you the dramatics of my last 5 minutes, but I'm here with my week 35 update on the TERS. I'm forever behind on uploading and editing, so make sure you catch the last video that I did, which was my update about weeks 33 and 34 on, my weeks 33 and 34, not on the medicine because I was preparing for my endoscopy. Well, somewhere between the end of week 34, wait, hold on, I gotta sit up. Somewhere between, okay, that sounded a little bit better. Somewhere between the end of week 34 and week 35, I contracted COVID. So, that's what's been going on with that. I might have to pause you guys. Hold on one second. Okay, I tried to clear my throat to sound better, but I don't really know that I sound better. But I got COVID, and I don't know where I got it from or how I got it or when exactly I got it, but I got it. Ironically, I had just got, I don't know if you're supposed to say that word. Oh, well. I don't have that many viewers, but that's okay. I love all of you guys. But, earlier in the month, because right now it's the 28th. So, on the 5th, when I had my yearly exam, I got my COVID vaccine and my flu vaccine. So, I don't know if I should tell this part of the story, or maybe I should just get to the weight loss, and then you guys can decide if you want to stick around. Okay. Just pretend I didn't say that I got COVID, because I'll talk about that after I talk about the weight loss. So, for week 35, I took 1 milliliter of BioBoost Plus. Is that BioBoost Plus? Yeah, I think that's what it's called. BioBoost Plus. I took 5 milligrams of TERS. And I think that was it. And between the TERS and the COVID and the BioBoost, I lost 5 pounds this week. Which you guys know, I'm a turtle, so that is a lot. So basically that is that. So I don't know. So week 35, well, go back and watch. I'm going to post them in order. Okay, maybe not my birthday vlog. I'm going to have to go back. I'm going to post that later. But I'm going to post the week 30, 33, and 34 update first, and then I'll just post this as a separate video. I was originally going to post this as the same video, but then I was like, maybe some people might not be interested in this part, because this happened after I took the break, so maybe they just want to know what happens if you take a break for a couple of weeks or whatever. So I decided that I'll just make this a separate video. But yeah. So week 35, I lost 5 pounds with everything that happened to me. So back to the COVID. This is my very first time getting COVID. I haven't had COVID before. So I started feeling bad maybe like Monday, because today is Friday. So I started feeling bad on Monday, and I just thought that it was just like a cold or something. Because, everything is going around. And I had never had COVID before, and I had all these damn shots and vaccines and shit. Sorry. I had all of these vaccines and stuff. So I didn't really think that, I couldn't imagine that I had COVID. So my insurance is janky or whatever. So they have this like telehealth you can do, but it's like part AI, part chat. So I'm answering all the questions, and the doctor's like, oh, they diagnosed me with a cough or whatever. So she gave me some like Tesla pearls for the cough. So I'm like, okay. But at the end, she was like, you really should check and see if you should really take a flu test or a COVID test. And I was like, that was like the last thing she said. Like, well, I'll send you a prescription to the pharmacy for the Tesla pearls or whatever. And you should check to see if you have COVID or flu. And like in my mind, I was like, I know I ain't get none of that. But I was like, I don't have a flu test, but I did have some COVID tests. You remember those COVID tests that the government was sending out? You go to the website and get them, blah, blah, blah. So I still had some of those COVID tests left. So I was like, I do have a COVID test. Let me take a COVID test. So, I do my little thing and everything like that. And then I was like, I did the test, and you like do your little nose drippings and stuff. As soon as I put that nose dripping on that test lit up like it lit up like a Christmas tree. Sometimes when people like, when you see pregnancy tests and the line is real faint and you're like, am I pregnant? Am I not pregnant? Am I barely pregnant? I never had a positive pregnancy test before, but you know what I'm talking about. But that COVID test, I'm going to insert a picture. It's not a good picture, but I'm going to insert one. The COVID line was so dark. It was darker than the control. And normally when I would take the COVID test, it would always like, the control line would have the control line there, but nothing else would ever show up. So as soon as I put the drops on, it had like a positive. It was like 2 lines basically showed. And I was like, oh no, I got to wait 15 minutes. Because they say wait 15 minutes for the results. I was waiting 15 minutes like a damn fool, like it was going to be negative after it was already positive. And it did. So I was like, oh, Lord. So I got back on the janky insurance telehealth AI chat thingy. And I was like, I got a positive COVID test. And she was like, oh, okay. Well, you can take that cough medicine I sent to the pharmacy for you. I was like, ma'am, what? And I was like, I can't believe this. But I didn't really believe her. So I was like, okay, thank you. And then I ended the chat. And then I struck up a new chat with the new doctor. And I was like, I just tested positive for COVID. And I just want to make sure, because I've never had COVID before. And I just want to make sure that what she's saying is okay. Look at me trying to get a second opinion on a damn AI telehealth chat thing. So I was like, I don't know. And she was like, well, that is true. We don't really give you anything for that. But if you want the medicine, I can't remember the name of the medicine, but the COVID medicine. She's like, if you want that, we can prescribe it to you, but the side effects might be pretty bad. So I don't really recommend taking it unless you have some conditions, like some pre-existing conditions where you think that you really need it. I was like, okay. So basically, I've been taking over-the-counter medicine, and I take my Tesla pearls occasionally. However, I feel with Tesla pearls, you don't really cough as much, and I was really trying to get I wanted to get all of the bad mucus out. So I've been trying to take them sparingly. I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to put y'all on hold one more time. I'm sorry, y'all. I feel like Kanye rapping on Through the Wire, where he's trying to spit, but he's like, I'm sorry if you can't understand, if it's garbled. And he talks about how he got his jaw wired shut and all of that other stuff. I feel like they're trying to get the message out. But I'm going to be okay, so don't worry about me. I'm going to be okay. I just appreciate all of your prayers and well wishes. But basically, I've been taking my over-the-counter medicine and my Tesla pearl sparingly, mainly at nighttime. So since my speech isn't the best, it's probably going to take me a little bit longer to do all of the other videos that I had planned, because I planned to do a video to talk about my experience using the Bravo, which I talked about in the previous video when I kind of talked about my endoscopy. So I don't really know what else to say. This is Friday, and this is normally when I take my shot. And before I had got the COVID, my plan was to take my shot at 7.5, because technically I'm on 7.5. But I'm not sure now if I'm going to take 7.5 or if I'm just going to take 5 again. I assume that once I get rid of the COVID, it's kind of how you get sick and you lose like more weight than you normally would, and then your weight kind of bounces back up to your equilibrium point, for lack of a better term. I assume that once I no longer have COVID, my weight will probably go up a few pounds, and then I'll kind of be like where I'm supposed to be, and then I can go on from there. But I'm unsure about if I am going to take 5 milligrams or 7.5 milligrams tonight. Typically, when I take the Bio Boost, I try to take that in the morning, because some people say that it gives them a lot of energy, and it's hard for them to go to sleep. I haven't specifically experienced that, but just for I can't even get my words together. Just as a precautionary measure, I normally just take it in the morning time, because I don't want anything to affect my sleep. Since I work remotely, I've still been working. Plus, I had just came off of vacation, so I didn't really want to try to use any more vacation time. So I still been working. And I just found out on Wednesday that I had COVID. And today's Friday, so it's only been like 2 days. But I don't know exactly when I got it. Or where I got it. Unfortunately, when I got my endoscopy done, I was feeling fine then, but they didn't test me for COVID. They gave me a pregnancy test. But I didn't get an actual COVID test, so it's harder for me to narrow down when I got infected. when I looked online, they have like some crazy date range. Like it could have been 2 to 14 days. So a lot of things had happened between 2 and 14 days. So I don't know, unfortunately, where I got it. I did go to my uncle's memorial service, and I was feeling fine before then. But I asked around, and I really appear to be like the only person sick. So I was trying to figure out who patient 0 was, but hell, maybe I was patient 0. I don't know, but I was just shocked because I thought that I could get COVID for some reason because I hadn't had it all this time. But I think that I'm just so antisocial that I had just avoided a lot of people. And this past week or so, I hadn't avoided people. And here I am. So, I should have had my mask on. And you guys know, I even posted pictures of me before, like at the beauty shop with my mask on. So I'm not necessarily afraid or ashamed to wear the mask, but it just didn't really even occur to me that I was sick or would possibly get sick. But I should have known better. And I did just have a birthday. So I've only been 40 for a week, but this has been a week since I turned 40.